All right, guys. You gotta love it when a plan comes together. Good boy. Obviously, it's not 100% yet. We've got to put some side cleats on right here, front and back, both sides, with a stopper block like this, both sides, front and back. We're gonna make them out of plywood, screw them in. The generator is gonna go right here. So it's a pretty good, worked out pretty good. The beautiful part of this is I wanted to park, get away. I can. I want to be able to park this in the garage, and you can, but I have to cut off 5 inches. Plus I have to move all that stuff in the corner of the garage over there, the chair, the toolbox, garbage bag. But it can be done. I'm gonna cut off, I don't need it. This strip here was a brain fart, don't need it, I guess. It's pretty easy to load the bike. As long as you have the right scenario. So it worked out, went off without a hitch. I loaded it, unloaded it a few times because I had to make some cuts on that plywood. But you can see that it's good. And the fuel cells, we do have room for 5 of them, or 4 of them, I mean. Right there, I'm gonna make the marks right now where I need to cut the slots in the plywood to run the tie down straps. So we're also, you know, we've got to cut the slots for the generator. I need to pull that out and do that too. And the beauty of it is you can throw a green bag on here and tie it down with articles in it, you know, like whatever, your helmet, your motorcycle helmet. You put it in a plastic bag, it'll stay dry. Put your motorcycle helmet, maybe the chainsaw, put it in a bag so it stays dry. You're gonna have maybe 4 or 5 empty bottles so you can grab water when you got a chance to grab it, you know, that type of shit in there. And you can tie it down easy to those gasoline tanks. So very slick. The same thing on the other side. We're gonna pull the generator in here and we'll make sure we put the slots to where we can tie it down easily. So we'll move it to the, well, we'll counterbalance the weight there. We'll decide where we're going to put that generator. But we only need 1 generator, of course, with the Jeep. When we take the 2 mountain bikes, we need just 1 generator to, you know, to charge the batteries, charge your shaver, charge the Ion 2 compressor, shit like that. I'm going to get a small jump start battery, Naco jump start battery, so it'll charge that if you need to. You know, all kinds of shit like that. So, you know, obviously you basically need the generator to charge the batteries for the mountain bikes. So each battery, you'll blow 2 away in a day. If you use both mountain bikes, you might blow 3 away. But man, it worked out great, didn't it, guys? Yeah, like I said, we're gonna take the saw, we're gonna snip this. Now, it still won't fit in the garage with this bike on here, because you can see the pedals stick, unless I take the pedal off, maybe. So, see you come back from a trip, all you have to do is take the last bike off, pull in the garage, go to sleep. Or you could get this vehicle 100% ready to go, back it out in the morning, go. You know what I'm saying, without any problems. That's the way you want it. And that's the way that it's gonna work out. I'll be able to park it in this garage. I'm gonna double check that. But I'm gonna cut off whatever I need. I mean, basically that's where the bike's gonna go. So, you know, I can cut off this much. All I need is room to put an 1.5-inch plate down right there and screw it. So, and you're going to go too high on that. So let me see if I got another piece here, so I give you. Now, all I have are these. They're not going to be this. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. They're going to be too high here. There's going to be a too high in the front. There's going to be a too high here. You're going to have do a slot inside of this wood so you can put a wheel strap down to the wood. So you're going to do that on both sides. I could have finished this today, I guess, but I just love sitting here and I'm one of these guys. I love admiring my work. Man, it's fucking nice. Oh, and I did measure. Just throwing the T-rack on lowered the back of the Jeep. Just the T-rack. Lowered the back of the Jeep 1/2 inch. So 90% of the time when I use this Jeep, well, maybe not 90, maybe like 65. There's something on the back like this. There's either a trailer with a rig, or there's this. So when they do the final adjustment on the final torques on the bolts on the suspension system, and they level it out, I'm going to tell them to make the I'm going to tell them to make the back about, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch higher or something. You know what I'm saying? That is the plan, anyways. I'm thinking it's going to be that way. I'm going to measure it here shortly and see how far it went down when I loaded everything on. 2 of these containers have some fuel in them, almost maybe 3 gallons each. The equivalent of, I'd say, that one's empty, that's empty. These 2 are probably pretty close to like 3.5 gallons each, I'd say. We are going to snip that little bitch off so we can pull this son of a bitch in. And you can see I tied this down exactly the way it's going to be. It was no problem. This is the way this is going to be tied down. You can see I twisted the seat so it touches the tire so that it doesn't jiggle. It's going to be just like that. Probably put a piece of tape on here so it doesn't rip the seat. And but basically that's all you do with this bike. You've got this tether to tie it down with wheel straps. Quick, easy, on and off. This one here is going to have you can see this tether. It's going to have probably at least one, I might put 2 wheel straps on this beast when I do tie it down on both front and back. At least for the first several trips, or first trip, and then I'll see how it works, and maybe we'll just go with 1 strap. I've never had an issue. These are wheel straps right here, this black thing. So I'm actually going to put a couple of wheel straps on the other bike right now, lock it into place, so I can pull this beast into the garage here shortly. After I make this cut. But that's basically where she's going to go. Boy, I can just sit here. I just love just sitting here admiring my work. 7 1/4. We got 7 1/2. want it to be the same on both sides. And it's about 7.5. Actually, I do want to get that right on the nut tonight. Right now. 7.5. Okay, we're gonna scribe a line, and that's where these cleats will go. They're like, you know, things that hold the tire from sliding around, and then you put one in the front also, like that, to keep it from moving in either direction. Plus, when you put the wheel strap on, it ain't going anywhere. Wow, beautiful. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a mark here. I'm going to do it while you're with me. What the fuck? Don't want to move this block. It'll roll off of this. It's a little bit on an angle right now. Now, damn. I'm trying to find my shit. There, oh, there we go. There we go. Can't make the mark. I can't scribe that line unless I take the bike off. I want to put a small line there so we know exactly where we're going to put the block. I wish I was ambidextrous. Okay. This tie down buckle is touching this bike. We don't want that. So what we will do is we will flip it around so the buckle is up here. I think we can do that. Either way, I'll figure out something on that. You don't want it go on a 1,500-mile trip, 2,000-mile trip with that buckle banging against that bike. Those are little things that you've got to iron out now when it's time to go. See, I'm going to take pictures of this bike, the way I've got it set up here too. So, anyways, yeah. You know, I just love, we got where we're going to put the cleat, or the, I don't know what you would call that thing. It's just like a wheel chock. You know, you're going to make wheel chocks for this bike. So when you place it in there, the wheels can't move forward or backward. They can't go sideways. And then you put a wheel strap on it, this black thing, to hold it, and it can't possibly fall off. Although being out there like that, I'm going to put 2 wheel straps on it, at least for the first trip. Probably only need 1. But we're also going to cut off, they're 7, so we're going to cut off 5.5 inches. We can do that now if you want. Guys, I got to tell you one thing, man. I love my job. I'm going to test this out too. We're going to make a mark on this beast. Okay, we got 7 3/8. Okay. That's about 8. We're going to make this mark so we know we want it centered. That's 8 inches. Okay. So we know exactly where we're going to put the stopper block. Well, that's 8-inch stopper block, but we're going to use a double stopper. So we're going to put a double block like that. It's going to be cut to size. These will run long, and then the small piece will be put in the center. I believe that's where we'll do it. Let's see here. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, measure this. It's 9 3/4. That's where we want it. 9 3/4. Okay, I'm going to take this over here. There should be 9 3/4. That's 10. This is 8. Ten and 1/4. We'll double check the other side too. 9 3/4. I think we got to go over a little bit. A little bit different. I'm gonna make sure we have these very close to the same. What the fuck is my tape measure? On this side, we've got 9 3/4, and on this side, looks like we got 10. Okay, I can live with that. Now, naturally, if you got a flat tire, that throws this whole thing out of whack, but not a big deal. It'll still work out. Okay. No sense in dragging you on with me. I'm going to shut you down. I just wanted to show you what we're doing and how this plan came together. And we are going to cut off I'm gonna shut you down because I need to think about this. I'm gonna cut off at least 5 inches right here. So, and when I'm, seeing as how I have it up there like a nice carpenter's table, I'm gonna cut strips 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, so that I can use them for the wheel chocks. So anyways, we're gonna shut you down for now.